time to crack open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
I'm assuming we've got a very well-rested Bulldog with us this morning.
Absolutely. It fared well. I fared well anyway. Hurricane Nicole, obviously a lot of people got a lot of damage, especially on the coast. So, yeah, our thoughts and prayers go out to them and their loved ones. So, yeah. Last night, what about my man, Taco Bob Deontay Foreman? I picked him up in my fantasy league a couple weeks ago. What a workhorse he was last night. He led the Carolina Panthers past the Atlanta Falcons, carried the ball 31 times for 130 yards and a touchdown. Who needs Christian McCaffrey when you got Deontay Foreman? Huh?
Yeah, a Thursday night matchup that the nation was just riveted by.
Yeah. Well, the Falcons were in first place in the NFC South. Now with their loss, the Buccaneers, with their 4-5 record, are atop the NFC South. The Falcons are now 4-6. A losing record may win that division. I don't think there's any question about that. The Bucs play Sunday against Seattle in Germany.
9:30 kickoff locally here.
Yeah. The Bucs could be 4-6 as well. So 2 4-6 teams could be tied atop that division.
Why are they playing Germany? I mean, I've seen it on fantasy football rosters and everything. Why Germany?
They've been playing international games for the last 10 years.
Well, I know international, but I haven't heard any Germany.
Well, Germany has lots of NFL fans, so they're doing some games in Germany.
That's what I was asking. I didn't know why. Thank you.
I hope they have a 9:30 a.m. game every week. I would love that. Getting up, watch a little football. Is there anything better than that on Sunday morning?
Unless you live on the West Coast, it's maybe not so convenient.
Yeah. Oh, they love it. Mimosas.
Yeah. All right, before we get into the football games this weekend, some news. Paolo Banchero, the Orlando Magic's star rookie, who many people think should make the All-Star game, the game he's playing so well. He didn't play in the game Wednesday night when the Magic beat the Mavericks. He's expected, or they hope he'll be back tonight when the Magic play the Suns. That was a big win the other night for the Magic, beating the Mavericks without Paolo Banchero. Hopefully he will be back tonight. Orlando City news, their captain, Junior the Bear Urso, is not going to be on the team anymore. He's going back to Brazil, evidently for personal reasons, so they've mutually agreed to terminate his contract with Orlando City. Also, other Orlando City news, Facundo Torres, the star player from Uruguay who led the team in scoring this past year, he made the Uruguayan World Cup team, so that was good news for him. Gators get your Miami Hurricanes, Lynch, and they're not only losing games, now they're losing recruits.
I told you this was going to become the next problem.
Yeah, remember that star recruit, the quarterback recruit from California, Jaden Rashada, who supposedly got all this NIL money to commit to Miami? Well, he's decommitted now, and now he's headed to Florida, he said yesterday. So, Jaden Rashada now a Gator recruit and a Gator commitment and not a Miami commitment. So, college football games this weekend. Wow, big one. UCF, number 22 in the nation, at number 17 Tulane. UCF's actually a 1.5 underdog in this game. Tulane is red hot right now. This is one of the biggest home games in there. In fact, this is the first home game where both teams is ranked that Tulane. Both teams are ranked that Tulane has played since 1949 when Tulane was in the SEC.
I saw your piece in the Sentinel about that.
Yeah, Tulane voluntarily got out of the SEC like years and years ago.
Yeah.
This is a huge game for Tulane. I think UCF wins this game. I think they should play both quarterbacks. I think they will play both quarterbacks, Mikey Keene and John Rice Plumlee. I think UCF wins this game, but it ain't going to be easy because Tulane's good. They've won 5 in a row. They handled Memphis, which handled UCF earlier in the season.
We're going to have more on that with UCF. Mark Daniels will be in, the voice of the UCF Knights in the 9 o'clock hour. We'll huddle up with Coach and expand a bit more on that, dog.
Yeah, I think they'd be stupid not to play both quarterbacks.
Florida State at Syracuse, big game for them. Florida State favored by 7. Florida State is rolling right now. I think they'll win that game. Miami at Georgia Tech. The Hurricanes are a 1-point underdog to Georgia Tech, and you know what? They might just lose that game as well. And then South Carolina at Florida. Could this be Anthony Richardson's last home game at the Swamp? There's talk that he may enter the NFL draft after this season. Florida favored by 8 in that game. They should win that game, although South Carolina's not terrible. NFL, big game, Seattle. We've talked about Seattle at Tampa Bay. I think the Seahawks win that game, although the Bucs are favored. Cleveland at Miami. The Dolphins are undefeated in the 6 games that Tua Tagovailoa has started and finished, all right? But the Browns can run the ball. They might be able to keep the ball out of Tua's hands. I like the Dolphins to win this game, but close. And then the Jaguars at Kansas City.
Oh, boy.
God.
Yeah. 9.5-point underdogs are the Jaguars. I would actually take the Chiefs by more points than that.
I wouldn't watch if I was a big Jags fan.
Yeah, the big news in the NFL, though, the game of the week, Minnesota at Buffalo. Minnesota's rolling right now. Of course, Buffalo has one of the best teams in the league, but we don't know if Josh Allen's going to play. Josh Allen, they're still not saying whether he will play with that arm issue that we've been talking about all week. So it'd be sad.
Yeah.
Other big NFL games, Dallas at Green Bay. At the beginning of the season, this seemed like a big game, but not so much anymore because the Packers, have they lost 5 in a row now?
Is it 5?
I think the Packers have.
Oof.
Yeah, I think they've lost 5 in a row. Other big game, the Chargers at San Francisco on Sunday night.
All right.
Frisco should win that game.
Should I go ahead and, is this where I mentioned that the Lightning play tonight on the road at Washington?
Yeah.
Is this where I asked you a fantasy football question, too?
Yeah.
Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, sports columnist for the Orlando Sentinel, host of Open Mic on FM 96.9 The Game, a grown man barking here during the sports page on JRR.
Oh! Oh!
iHeartRadio salute to veterans.
Hey everyone, this is Lizzie Hale from the band Hailstorm. To all the veterans that have served this country, we appreciate you so much every day, but especially today.
This Veterans Day, show some love. Go to iHeartRadio/veterans to learn how.
JRR.